What is parallel sampling? If your survey is designed to assess several different interventions, you may have different questionnaires for different groups of people. Say you want to increase the percentage of pregnant women who make at least one antenatal care visit, improve newborn care, increase vaccination coverage, improve mothers' skills in preparing oral rehydration solution, improve the treatment of children with diarrhea, and increase the percentage of women who use the family planning method. You will need several different groups of respondents to make these assessments. Can you work out how many you would need? Pause the video and take a few minutes to figure it out. Okay, so we need 5 different groups of respondents. Mothers of children aged 0 to 11 months to assess the first 2 interventions. Mothers of children aged 12 to 23 months to assess vaccination coverage. Mothers of children 0 to 23 months or 0 to 59 months of age to assess their competency in preparing oral rehydration solution. Mothers of children 0 to 23 months or 0 to 59 months who had diarrhea in the last 2 weeks to assess whether they were rehydrated properly. And women 15 to 49 years of age who are married or living with a partner and who are not pregnant to assess acceptance of family planning methods. So that's 5 different questionnaires. When you go to visit a household with your 5 different questionnaires, you'll want to look for anyone who matches the description you are looking for. If there is more than one person you could interview in a household, then choose one at random, using a random number table, or flip a coin. When you finish with that interview, you can move on to the next nearest house and see if there's anyone there who matches the description for another questionnaire in your set. You continue this process until all of the questionnaires have been completed. In this case, the 5 that we identified earlier. As we've said before, one thing we prefer you not to do is to interview more than one woman from the same household. This is because mothers who live together are likely to treat their children in the same way, and this can distort the results. The other equally important reason is that women are very busy, especially if they have children. While people are typically happy to help, if you outstay your welcome, they could respond inaccurately just as a means to get you out of the house. For the same reasons, we prefer you not to interview one woman for more than one of the questionnaires. If a woman fits the description for more than one of the questionnaires, then select randomly which one of those questionnaires you should use. There is an exception to this rule. If there is a child in the household who has had diarrhea in the last 2 weeks, then it is important that we collect this information. The number of children with diarrhea is relatively small compared to the total population of children, so it's a good idea to sample these cases as you find them. The same applies when there is a child with suspected malaria or suspected pneumonia. In any of these cases, a mother who has already been interviewed for one questionnaire can also be interviewed for a second questionnaire, concerning, for example, diarrhea. Or a second mother can be interviewed. However, we must never interview more than once for the same condition in a single household. As we said before, 2 mothers who live together are likely to treat their child in the same way, and this can distort the results. Using the parallel sampling method, you can collect the data for all of the 5 questionnaires in your set with a single visit to the community, and by selecting just one random starting point. But remember, if the community has been identified as a location for more than one set of LQAS questionnaires, then once you finish the first set of questionnaires, you must start all over again to identify the next random location, as we discussed earlier.